all the panels are in.
Yep.
They're running well. Now we have to put that final side jam in, button the system up, and then it's just finishing everything out.
I like it. Let's finish.
So let's put the final side jam in.
Okay.
Now, before we put this side jam in, we need to put the track end caps back in.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to silicone this out, the outside perimeter of these track end caps, and then they slide in and lock into these tracks.
Okay.
We silicone on the bottom track end cap is the most important, just because if water gets into the track, we don't want it running out the ends.
Got it.
Same thing on the top track end cap. You want to silicone that perimeter and make sure that those sit nice and tight.
Okay.
Make sure that the bottom of this side jam is flush with the bottom of the lower track.
Right.
So we have 2 blue shims underneath that bottom track. We're going to set these here, and then you can set that in. You can sit it down nice and tight, and then the top can slide in and pull back. Now, so if you're pulling back that direction on this, there's very little side to side because those notches in the top and bottom track.
Got it.
Hold it. So really, now I can wedge shim in behind this, and it should stay pretty static while I'm running my fasteners in.
Makes sense.
Usually what I'll do to start with is I'll just put some shims in. I can see the location where I need to go. I can wedge them in, and I can see that instantly there's not going to be movement in this. Okay. I have my shims in just to hold it in place.
Yep.
I'm gonna probably want to twist this depending on how these this side jam mates up with the end of the tracks.
Okay.
So you can see, I can still see that red line in behind that side jam. Put that screw point on that red line. All right. Now our fasteners are in. Again, on that center line, holding it in place. All I want to do is wedge shim that out to the track on the top and bottom, make sure both interior and exterior sides are really nice and tight, and then make it straight.
Okay.
So I don't want a bow in this either way, but if that one is leaning, then this one could also be leaning. Okay. So, all right. So those are nice and tight. Down the bottom, do the same thing. Now at the bottom here, I noticed that my interior side is tight, but the exterior, you can see this little 1/16 inch gap in between that end cap and the side jam right there. I know that the framing must be twisted a little bit at the bottom of this opening. Yep. And so if I do 2 shims on either side, it's gonna square it off this unsquare framing, and I'm gonna get a little gap there. So I want more taper on the outside shims than on the interior side. So I'm gonna remove one of my interior side shims, and I'm going to now have extra twist on that up from that outside. And now, as I tighten this up,
see that gap start to close.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So now we get a really nice tight seal on the outside and a really nice tight seal on the inside. Now I can set my laser up and make sure that we are just shimming these center fasteners to keep that straight. There we go. That looks nice. All right, secured side jam, nice tight seal at the top and the bottom. We know that our track height is running in really nice. This inner side jam is sitting nice. We've got a really square framed opening and an unsquare framed opening. Yep. And so we should be really happy with the way that that door finishes out. All right, so phase 7's done, final side jam's in. This entire perimeter is locked in, fasteners are tight. Now we just have some final adjustments and final finishing to do. Okay. That will be phase 8. Let's get started. Finish. All right.